Good afternoon. We're going to be doing a bit of Gaia. I'm almost done with my Chaos playthrough, but I haven't quite finished it up yet. Now, this challenge is going to be having just having squads composed of just one type of class. That means that we're not going to have basic tactics. We're not going to understand basic tactics. Let's go Earth to begin with. Not having basic tactics. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Rain. I guess upon realization that this is a live stream, I can at least give a summary of the events. Essentially, that's just a flashback. We play as, Ooh. So, this is a dungeon game, where you play dungeon things. You build your dungeon up, you deploy your troops. You, talk about stuff in your free time. There is a lot of complex systems in this one. This is where you heal, as well as make the target. Interesting. I did not know that you can have them on sortie and standby. Yeah, you can't change the attack focus anymore. Must have gotten rid of that. This is the equipment screen. It's good old classic. Because we don't have science yet, we're going to focus just on creating our squad. So, the premise of this game is that there are 6 classes. You have bladers, spears, shooters, casters, guarders, destroyers. This one's lancers, not spears, but that's the premise at least. So I thought, well, why not create, you know, a little just sort of guys from what they can do. That's a new type of challenge, I guess. And so I'm going to be doing that. Alright, I think this is how the squads are split up. So, you got your spear squad here, composed of a lot of basic units. We're gonna put her in the back there. Command Man 15 is not good at the beginning of the game, because how the command skills work is they're a percentage increase while boosts are flat increases. So we're gonna have Bounty Hunt just there in order to occasionally get an influx of cash. On the first one, Command Division 8, not too great. Range attack also isn't too great, so maybe what we go here is we actually go for Goblin as the commander for that division. Probably we'll switch back to Nocturne Blade later. Nocturne Blade is really good at the beginning because of we're cornered. I'm pretty sure that's just flat stat boost. As for Theo, we're going to put Theo as the commander because he's going to always be the commander. Absolute Cure Night Boost, not too useful. These are all casters. We're going to put the fish as the leader. We can put the Horror Star for now, but it's probably just going to be those guys. Speed formation and attack formation. I'd be all for that. Let's have the wolf be the primary guide right now in order to get that speed formation to make it so they can actually attack enemies. Because first strikes are quite strong on this one. This is the UI mod. I should probably, I should probably put it in the description somewhere on how to use that. Goal of this game, sorry I skipped over the story. This is a game where you command a flying city. Well, you have a labyrinth defense where your let's do treasure vault to begin with. And we can go circle. Storeroom down here. We can probably go for double laboratory. We cannot go for double laboratory. But essentially, people are trying to break in, and you activate your city's long-lost labyrinth mode, which is a network of tunnels that shift around, and you use that in order to win the game. It's kind of a successor to Venus Blood Abyss, which also had that. Whoops, I accidentally crashed the game. That's very cool. So what happened there is I dragged something to the wrong spot. Very stable. Very stable game. Anyway. 990? Yep, go here. So, I can go back to... Yeah, so what happened there is, I freaked out the script, so I'll try not to do that in the future. We can just get one of each, and then what we're supposed to do here is go into the division. And now you can put skirts on your guys. There we go. It's having a little issue there. Ow! Sorry, I chipped my fingernail. So, we're just going to play a bit economic at the beginning by getting everyone just some Sunday bests. It's nice, simple armor that pays itself off because it gets us copper ore after each battle that the unit's in. And most of the time, that results in good. I don't think these guys would win a fight, so you can also switch out the divisions. I think this has a chance of having a real fun time. This is probably going to be like Baby's first time playing Venus Blood, because it's really simple combat stuff. I kind of don't want to deploy these guys because deploying them doesn't really do much. They're going to cost so much to take back. Let's make sure. Okay, we're on mod right now. Yeah, this should be good. So, you have a turn counter, which is used for building stuff and training new units. That's good. Those guys paid back their cash money. So let's see. I got 3 pieces of copper, a piece of gold. That's from the second squad doing that. Great sword, leather whip, and magician. And we get a nice influx of gold here, because yeah, it's these pop-ups. So let's see, still doing that. We have a nice squad-based stuff over here. So how this game works is that you want to build up your economy by placing down structures. And then you want to kill the enemies on the economic tiles. So this one gives me mana, and so I get 20 if I win a fight on the tile, and I get 2 if I win a fight on the same floor. So you want to keep your economy floor up here, and you just want to fight and blow up enemies so you can increase your resources per turn. So that one we fought 3 guys, so now we have 6 extra of all of those and a bunch of extra cash. Now there's might be a point against not wanting to go too hard into treasure vaults because they cost so much and they're so easy to break. But you're also going to need them later on. Magic circles are also something that you want to build because hiring units costs quite a bit. So I'm just thinking up what I want to get here. Let's go for a magic circle, and then I don't think there's much people that come this way. Let's go laboratory here. Also, apparently, instead of having a terrain system in the previous games where sometimes you do fight on a map, I guess it also occurs in Hollow. But instead of the Frontier and Hollow system where each territory on the map had like a 10% boost to Knights, minus 8% to Mechs, minus 10% Aqua, and then 16% for Day and Night. I think that we might still have the Day and Night one. You have Moon Phases, which are 25% stat swap on a Strong Moon and Weak Moon. Let's just, nothing I can do here, right? Beast Graveyard. Yeah, no, I can't. So I'm just going to go grab some. Yeah, you don't have selling in this one like you do in Frontier. I'll probably just go for good old-fashioned Bounty Hunter and Coats. So Coats gives speed and wisdom, while this just gives a little extra. Oh, I have a 3. I could probably chuck them in. There's still loyalty mechanics in this game. I have a feeling I'm not doing as good of a job as I usually do with describing the game. Let's switch the battle settings to 2. I can have it on 1. Let's use that heal screen right now to heal up a little bit on the goblin. Just a little bit, though. That's probably gonna fight me back later, but shouldn't be too much an issue. So I'm going to deploy all squads here, mainly just because my caster squad only costs 100 total resources. We get 1200, and I think it's worth getting the loyalty on these units because that allows us to rehire them if we need to. So yeah, this is based around Group Slayer. So I guess it's not classes, it's group. We got our copper ore from having all of our Bounty Hunter 1 stuff, so that should give us some extra instead of 160 gold and the 1,000. So we have 1,100. We should get more gold when the turn starts. So instead of 13,000, we should get... Yeah. That's just telling us that if this blows up, we lose. I haven't had that happen to me yet, but then again, I haven't played on Despair difficulty or really just a higher difficulty at all. I've really only played 1 and 80% of this game so far. 1.8% instead of 500 or 600%. So new turn, new time to just build a bunch of magic circles. You don't need too much food, I don't think. Because not a lot of humans that you want to hire. Also, they're super affordable. And building one of these things will give you a temporary 100 boost to the resource while it is alive. So you see, we just got a 100 there. Ran out of cash money. So we can afford to buy one more piece of equipment. Let's just go for another bounty hunter coat. I think it's more useful than a shield. So it should be fine. Also, we have these swords that we've gotten. So that's kind of cool. Max power attack. What a cool thing that I'm not sure entirely what it does. Because, like, it says max powered attack, more damage done by attacks and taken by counterattacks. And then lowers damage reduction done by user. Lowers reduction to damage based on HP. So I don't know if like max power attack makes it so it counts your total HP out of that. I don't know fully what it does. This where cornered is pretty cool. I guess maybe where cornered actually gives better stats for incomplete squads. I keep on doing that. I actually haven't done that before, except the 2 times that it's happened today. This one says 27, so it's actually newer. Oops. Hey, we got a piece of iron ore this time instead of, yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, so, that's my bad. I need to just be better on my saving and, not pressing buttons around like an idiot. Pot lid and hanged man. Okay. Trust me though, I'm wicked cool at these types of games. I'm the boss man. Let's just go double magic circle. It'll be useful later on in the game. Can't afford anything else, so let's just... Yeah, I think we had a lot more that time. We had a lot more that time. Because what we were... Yeah, we got like 300 extra from 300 extra from iron ore. Okay, so I guess copper gives 150. Either 150 or 100. I don't know, it's pretty good. No whip stuff or anything like that. I guess I'll spend the rest of my cash just getting bounty hunter. And one more piece of armor. So this should give boatloads of bounty hunter, which means that if we win the fight and get a kill, we should be swimming in mad money. Group Slayer. I guess casters are good versus guarders, aren't they? No. Destroyers are good versus guarders. that a destroyed? I don't know. 7 copper ore there. 7 copper ore is really good. Because this is how you jumpstart your economy. Much better than just getting a early... Yeah, you see? Get through the thing fast, got a clear rating A. 1 key of destiny, but loads of other stuff. So this is Haman. He's the guy that we've been beating back. He isn't too bright. So yeah, we're defending our city. Basically, there's a dragon empire that has been conquering stuff. And these are some knights for the dragon empire. We're just doing our tests and research. They're surrounding us. They're attacking again. We're showing off our cool weapons. This is the knight earlier, which failed to kill us back at the Research Institute. And we activate our robot, which sucked up all of the city power. And that is Titi. She is very nice. And this is the opening. I don't know whether or not they've... I'm pretty sure they've... Yeah, they have it. They have the song on YouTube under a topic, so that'd get me struck or something. So congratulations we managed to lift off with the power of Titi's Philosopher's Stone Wish. Our android is back, but it's pretty ineffective with its power. We're over here discussing plans. We're running a bit of science tests. Everything's cool. We're having flashbacks to when we got Titi after we lost ourselves at the Research Institute. We're going around. I think we have to land because we ran out of fuel. Soft and fair goes far. And we got 22. Game's been auto-saved. Other cool stuff. We're just going to quick save again to train our mod and other stuff. So this is just, he's running a couple of tests. And basically we got our stem cells, now I can give birth to the Avatar project. We take stem cells from our robot here, and now we have our Avatar project. So based off of our affinity, time of day, so we have day and night, star cycles, and affinity with our characters. I think it has a bunch of formulas back there, probably how close they are on the scale with these two, as well as maybe few shared types. This is a hiring screen. There's lots. You can sort them by these ones, but this is showing all of these is a side effect of my UI improvement. We're just going to spend a little bit needed in order to get... Oh, crap. Yeah, we should be fine. So I can go for Hierophant, Chariot, or Wheel of Fortune. This is their medallion system for this game. I liked it initially because I thought, wow, it's so cool because of all these, it's tarot cards. Tarot cards are pretty cool, but, I now have more mixed thoughts on the matter. Mainly because it's so darn confusing. Much more confusing than the previous cards were. As well as... Well, they have boatloads of units, as always. That's nice. Long way since from Frontier. But I don't like the tarot cards because there is... It's hard knowing what rarity they are. I mean, it tells you that they're, like, rarity based off of resources, but at a quick glance, you can't tell how far you can go. And it's easy to miss or forget, oh, look, there's a counter-resist 10 there. I don't know if I'll ever use that, but maybe if I don't need Night Attuned, I can go for it. I don't know. Mixed bag for me. And here's where it tells us that we should use a defense formation Garter type unit. Like Lala here. But I forgot how to make good team composition, so we're just going to have Lala join in on the defender position, the defender squad, so there's that. As for unit types, you can't edit divisions while they're placed down, so you're really only going to do that at the start of a new chapter or if you call back some guys. So we're going to be sorting by unit types here. What type of Lancer would I want to go for? I'm kind of tempted to go for a Garrod Lancer. Oh yeah. I'm so bitter about this. I'm so bitter about them changing Loopold Lancer's name. So angry. I'm seething right now. Let's just go Devil's Luck. Gives a nice amount of defense and speed, which are good stats. Slay type, pretty nice, and Treasure Hunt 4. Gives a bit more stats than Adventurer, which is the other Treasure Hunt 4 one that you'd be competing with. Not as much as Glorious, but Glorious doesn't give good stats. Also costs a lot of elixir. I guess that's Ether? Yeah. So you have the expensive types, and then you have the cheap types. Now for the cheap type of unit, we have Beast Hunter. This is a nice go-to. It gives Slay Beast flank attack. Pretty good stuff. Garrod. Loopold over here already has flank attack and Slay Beast, so not too inclined on double dipping. You can go for a lot of it. Seeing as we face humans for a majority of the game, I could go for Magician here. Sure, it gives Dark Blast, which isn't the most coherent with the skill set. But, Slay Human is double damage sometimes. Definitely really useful for the beginning chapters, because what you do is you fight the Empire for a little bit, then you have to go make a pit stop and you, beat up some elves, then you beat up some Onis, then you get to choose whether or not you want to beat up pirates or vampires, and then you do the other one, and then you go beat up the Empire, and then the route splits. Also during this time you beat up insects every once in a while. I'm gonna go for a Loopold Lancer here. UI is a bit... There was a bit of a delay there. Let's see. We'll have Lucretia as our caster next, so... Our caster squad is about to become really good. Our defender squad is a bit of a joke, so I'm not even going to humor it anymore. I'm going to go get some destroyers if there's any good ones. Sadly, Mountain Man is not a good hire at the moment. Also, you probably saw it on the spawn screen. There's actually a limit to how many units you can hire. Not too terrible. Like, you'll fill it up. But the reason why I'm saying it's not too terrible is because you won't need, you only have 12 squads in this one, kind of like Frontier. You only have 12 squads, so you won't need to hire that many units. In Hollow, you have 36 squads, which leads to a whole lot more units being needed, and that's why that game had such free reign with how many units you could go for. Sap Mechanical, Helmet Split. Helmet Split's a lot harder to max out in this game. You don't have overpowered Dragon Strike. Instead, you have Dragon Strike that you need to spend 2,000 resources on instead of 500 resources. And it gives defense debuff instead of Helmet Split 5, so there's that. Again, I could just probably go for the nice, safe, flank attack. Has a crit boost, which allows him to block parry, get through parries. Has helmet split, which does stuff. I don't think I have access to lethal yet. Well, I have access to lethal with the surprise one, so If I want, I can go for a lethal. I don't think I will, though. Gets rid of a Slayer type, and Slayers are very good. That'd be my instructions for beginners. My instructions for beginners would be utilize Slayers, because Slayers are strong. And that should carry most of the way. Let's see. I have Mad Cash. Yeah, room's race bonus affects the division stationed at that room, and then it has a slight effect on other ones in the same passage and floor. So in these passages and on the same floor. So we're just getting invaded by a bunch of Crusaders. I can think, hey, what's something that I want to do? I can place a treasure vault here. Treasure vaults usually get broken there, though. We can go for another laboratory. Another laboratory. Now, I could go for another laboratory, but if I go too heavy with laboratories, I won't be able to place down divisions because you only get 10 actions a turn. Yeah, you only get 10 actions a turn, so that includes placing divisions, hiring new characters, or building stuff. So yeah. Think carefully. We have a lot going on in this squad. We don't have much. We're cornered, right? Don't think so. I did not mean to buy another one of those spears. Well, doo-doo. I could probably buy more armor. Armor is always a good one because it pays itself off so quickly. Unit just needs to be alive at the end of combat and pays itself off with Bounty Hunter. Also, it only costs 100, so nice, good, cheap thing to buy for my guys. Okay, I've gotten them their basics. As for other stuff, Dagger now gives added attack 5 because added attack now works as a % chance for extra attack, so there's a lot less double hitters at the beginning of the game. That kind of brings this Blader class more in line with the other classes in terms of strength. Units have boatloads of skills. They introduced squad leaders in this one. Thankfully, it's not nearly as bad as Hollows, where it was just an absolute mess in Hollow. I'll say that much. Next up is probably just going to get some target heals on my divisions, because target heal is a pretty useful skill, at least in low numbers. Could probably build another treasure vault. And now I only have 2 left. Which means I can only place down 2 divisions onto the board. Those divisions of my choice would probably be my Spear division, as well as my Gunner's division, because Theo is quite strong at the moment. Heavy infantry costs a lot, so I'd probably be against him. I have a 1,000 extra money. Might as well get some basic stuff done. As usual, you have the 100, and then you have the 400. So if you want, you could go for slightly more expensive. Well, a lot more expensive. I like just buying cheap crap and finding the rest through a treasure hunt. Sadly, they don't have level 1 treasure hunt stuff anymore. They have level 1 bounty hunter. So you have to get your treasure hunt through either unit skills or when you go up a tier. I'd say that the added attack, I don't know, it's alright. Hatchet's no longer helmet split, it's max and wall breaker of all things. Goose, parry. So like the sword is a nice cheap piece of crap that you could put on your tanks, because parry's good and crit boost is good. You know what, yeah, let's just buy some cheap bamboo. And we can buy cheap piss daggers for at least some of the early divisions up here. The base sling is useless. Range attack, I'd much rather have helmet split 3 on them. I'll get it for my Nocturne Blade because she doesn't have range attack if she's not a commander, but I guess for the other ones we can go for ambush tactics. Or I should probably just get a couple more target heals. Oops, accidentally bought one extra one. We'll just give it to her. So yeah, let's drop down these two as our divisions of choice. Now, you don't actually have to end the turn when the turn ends. You can attack into one of these squads. However, I'm not going to do that because I like killing enemies when they're on my floor, because that boosts my economy, rather than killing the enemies when they're at their home base. That does not boost my economy, that just makes the game progress faster. So killing enemies in passageways has a cost to it, because, you know what? Let's see, this is talking, that is our main bad guy for the game, kind of like how we had Carvia, and, I don't know who we had in Frontier. I guess we had Cert for Frontier. So we have Lucretia joining us. Lucretia is very strong. She's going to be incredibly strong for us. I might be taken aback by that. However, I have proof that she is very strong. Mainly her leader skill, Sap Squad. Until Chapter 3, this is going to carry our range squad. Because when you lower their stats down to 1 of each, they're able to handle anything. Now, we have negotiations here. This game, it has a mess of an event system. Frontiers is kind of easy to understand. You'd either mingle or mod them. And then, you know, if you want to go for villain route, if you want to go chaos, you mingle with them up till they hit 40, then you mod them. Or basically something like that. You'd mingle a whole ton until you stop getting events, and then you'd go mod them. And then once they turn over, you get a whole lot of new mingle events. And then, you know, that's how you get max amount of conquest and reign. Or if you were a goody two-shoes, what you do is you'd mod them up until they're about to transform. Once their divinity reaches about 0, you kind of hold off on modding them, and then you start mingling with them, and then when you get them up to mingle 100, you pick the option that gives affection, and then they awaken, and all sorts of good stuff. In this one, no, you don't have that fun stuff. You have random events that the translation team calls like Lala 1, Lala 2, and these are just random. You have mingle events spread throughout, so you have 20 mingle, 50 mingle, 99 mingle. Then you have the same for their modification, 20 train, 30 mod, whatever. And then there's also ones that are gated behind viewing other events and birth count. So we're going to negotiate with her. She's going to say, nah, and we're going to have an option here. We have negotiating with the true button. We have our option of reluctantly accepting or negotiating a bit. Reluctantly accepting will make her slightly more fond of us, and negotiating a bit will give us some law. My first playthrough, I went for max out affection on all the characters. Fill your treasure vault with more riches. So really all you need to do this for the next one is build a treasure vault, because I remember to... Yeah, initially it was really difficult. You also have this construction rank. I got it to 2 at the beginning because it increases your room's HP and effectiveness. So I'd make sure to at least up this once or twice at the start of the game. And then as you increase your construction rank, you'll have more. They have the same thing in Abyss. I really haven't finished Abyss. Game was definitely not as beginner friendly. Yeah, despite having simpler concepts, there's a whole lot of quality of life that it's missing out on. So for Lucretia, we'll have a 20 train, we have a 30 train option for her 5, but that 30 train option requires us to have 20 mingle first. So that's the thing, it's a lot more complicated in this game in order to get stuff. You can get by just getting 2 affection. 2 affection will allow you to get all the character titles. Going up to like 5 affection just gives you extra scene when you pick their ending at the end of Law. But should not be too bad. So you can just get 2 affection, then just mingle, max out their mingle and mod, and you should eventually get an event which allows you to pick their titles. So not too terrible. I think in this game you don't have immediate struggle snuggle, so I actually could do a challenge run where you this game without struggle snuggle. So yeah, if anyone wants to do that, feel free. I will give you my blessing, because it sounds like a fun time. Let's see, we have an influx of cash. Not an influx of items, sadly. I'm probably going to attack this with... I think I'll deploy a division there. So now what I should do is I should think about padding up my other divisions to get up to what I need. I'm going to need more bladers, because I won't get a blader commander for a good while. Okay, I lied. I will get a blader commander soon enough, but still. Yeah, they've added a whole lot of useless skills. So you see this and you say, wow, 8 skills, that's really good. A lot of these are a bit abysmal. Stun attack 1's not too useful. But you know, hey, they have them. They have them now. And now you can add added attack to it because it's not a guaranteed added attack. And you know, this one's kind of cool. One complaint I've had is that for a lot of the backer units, which are like Key of Destiny 10+, they have Absolute Cure as well as Debuff Cure, and like Absolute Cure encompasses Debuff Cure, so they just are filling it out with random crap, random low-level skills that don't do anything. We can go for an Imp to begin with. Imp will boost our economy by a little bit because she features Treasure Hunt as well as Bounty Hunter. As for what we want to put on her skills, I'd say that... So you can actually go Bounty Hunt Silversmith here. That will give you a nice influx. It will also give you useful ores so you can get good equipment early. But, I'm an idiot, and I see a Slay skill on this one, so I think it must be good. And then we could go for Beast Hunter for 6 additional attack and Slay Beast, but because we already have flank attack, I am a man of collecting a lot of useless little skills, so I'll go for this one right here. Train an Imp. Using stem cell research. It delays like that because in the non-good version of the game, there's a whole scene that unplays. I could go for a one-cost unit. I'm a bit traumatized from Hollow, though, so let's go for a Gargoyle. Gargoyle features a treasure hunt. But the thing is, actually, I need to think about garters that will either A, be unkillable, or B, have big counterattack. As I'm going to let you in on a little secret, our garter team, our team full of just garters, a lot of them are going to be defense only. And it's not going to actually have a lot of good stats. Like, they aren't going to kill anything. Also, why is the skeleton just so much better than a trooper? That guy has counter amp, fatal resist, which is better than deadly resist. Deadly's only better if you have parry skill. Self-heal, recovery. Yeah, so skeleton's just better. Only merit that the human guy has is his genitals, which would make a good squad with Rain. Do we have counter amp? We do have counter amp. We have counter resist 5, and over here we have counter amp 1. So if I really want, I can go for counter on this guy. That'll make him hit back a little harder. And you can actually have blank Tactica in this game. You can do that in a Hollow. You can't do that in Frontier. But if you select an empty slot, you can in Frontier. You have empty slots in Frontier as well. It's just a little difficult to use. But yeah, if you select an empty slot, you can change the title. And they aren't good, really. I could see maybe doing hesitant if you don't want to put defense only. Which one's defense only? I think there's an... Let's see, this one says defense debuff. This one's defense only. So you have kind, which is -3 attack, -6 defense. But if you don't want to do that, you can just put hesitant -5 defense and -5 wisdom. Might save you a high priestess card, which costs 250, by the way. So yeah, even cheaper for low tier rarities. But these ones are really useful if you want to save save cards, because aside from chapter completions, you don't get too many blank cards. At least I usually don't. Poison Blast, no, it's not going to be useful. Treasure Hunt or Crit Boost. I don't see anything. I don't know if Treasure Hunt actually does anything. We can go for it still. So the reason why you'd go for just cheap filler like this is mainly just to like overflow protection. Well, in this case you can put that on him and that makes him good. This one I'd probably take the target heal, because these guys have plenty of end-of-turn healing. Let's put it on the Imp. Put the leather whip with her. So Treasure Hunts is used to get a bunch of crap at the end of combat, and Bounty Hunters used to get a bunch of ore, which you can then transmute into higher tier ore. They have this in Gaia. In Hollow. They don't have it in Frontier. In Frontier, ores only... it only serves the purpose of testing your skill if you know how to sell ore. But it auto-sells in the later games. Key of Destiny that we have up to 20 keys. Frontier had 10 keys. This one has 20 keys. You need to use 10 keys in order to get any of the cool backer units, so I'd recommend using 10 keys. I don't find the 20 key units too useful most of the time. See, aside from getting some cheap crap for my guys, anything else that really matters? No. Might build something here. As you can see, already loads more magic turn. That's mainly because we have plus 400 from these ones instead of just plus 100 from that one. But also, magic circles are just more useful. Going for more lab production because laboratories are pretty cool. We can now place a division down. I'm going to say that Lucretia's division can probably handle stuff on their own, because minus 15 is just really good stats. Now the question is, do I want to use Wisp as tank? I think answer to that would be maybe Lucretia as tank. Yeah, let's do something like that. Run a quick save here in case I accidentally drag stuff to the wrong slot, but you can also change the battalion settings. 1 is really good for the first wave. I'd use 2 once enemies start stacking up. That way these guys can at least fight off. Let's see. I also want to probably heal some of my 1 HP guys if I have any. I don't want to heal the Lancer though. That Lancer is bound to just repeatedly die. You can heal up to 25% though, so if you're interested. But yeah, it's worth it for some of the simpler squads. End of turn healing is increased by healing fountains. Don't have access to them yet, but they're, once you increase your construction rank, you have access to healing fountains, and you kind of just stick them on a bottom floor, and they increase your healing per turn, based off of your construction rank and stuff. So just that. What if? So the problem with this is that I don't know whether or not that will be just racing towards the exit or trying to hunt my squads. So what we can do is... What is this division made up of? Just a bunch of noobs. We're cornered 15. Oh, interesting. The way that we're cornered shows up. This isn't by default. This is, again, from the UI mod. I should really find that and post a copy of it, because the guy does good work. But seeing as it's showing up next to the other stuff, it looks like we're cornered is actually an incredibly good skill. Laboratory's 50-50. I'd really like to go on a magic circle, so let's just place the guy there and then get bitter when they decide not to attack me there. Yep, they're going to be targeting that guy, but that guy will have this guy's forward guard to protect him. And then, meanwhile, we'll just have our science team do crap like that. Yep. That's speed formation for you. Nice ore. These guys are retreating now. We'll fight these guys off. That's nice. Very good. The Seeker squad decided to fight me on a terrain that was probably better for me. come on fighting there is annoying. And that's also annoying. Yeah, they can destroy your territories, which makes me not want to fight on those. Welcome to peace. Lala's playing around with the kids. And then this is going to be... Let's see what event this is. Also, yes, this is something that the game has. It just randomly has boxes appear at the bottom there. This is companionship. That is going to be... I have that listed as Rain 3 event. This is start of turn. It's when you have Rain and Lala 1 viewed. So basically to train our mod and modding a succubus. And then it's when Rain and Lala have 3 births combined. It can occur chapter 1 through 7. So you can either go for Rain affection here, which is useless, or Chaos. They're disposable. We're maxing here because we're winners. So that one was for owning a treasure vault. We now have Lucretia willing to give us her stem cells. Now, Lucretia's stem cells can be used for a wide variety of stuff. Let's see, Foster this one boosts undeads and demons, has poison, stun attack, so very strong unit, no treasure hunter by default. This one is a weak unit, only good versus poison. And for saving money, looking better. Okay, this might be kind of good. Guy gives, he has 2 types of attacks, his Dark Blast and then his normal attack, which is ranged by default, very cool. He has Bounty Hunter, which means that he will pay back his investment. And then he just has Demon Medic, which is a kind of useful skill, as well as Spell Barrier. And then we can also go for, like, Undead Chef. Features defense only, but without Demon Medic, Undeads are kind of difficult. We have Demon Medic 4, but Lucretia offers Division Heal 12, Division Heal 8, Division Heal 8. So putting Undeads in this team is kind of questionable. Undead and Demon Boost, kind of questionable, but Demon Boost 6 is almost always going to be good. Field type is alright. At least in this one, it actually tells you what Poison Field doesn't do damage to. It doesn't do it to Poison, Undead, or Mechs. Which is kind of nice. What would I put with my Faust? Faust, thankfully, only costs a Hermit. We could go for some more speed, or like Treasure Hunt. And then Day Attuned is locked behind Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of similar because in Frontier it was locked behind the Golem Tactic, or the Golem Medallion, which was 2,000 resource one, so yeah. I can go Flank Attack, it gives a good type of slaying, good type of bonus effect. Overall, I'd say this is pretty nice because this means that she will hit the target and stun him as long as she has more speed, so yeah. Also, Sap Squad 8. Doesn't matter. It's not going to be a division leader. As for what to do for Rain, we could go for some even more cornered stuff. This one's probably good enough. I could also purchase a medallion in order to get more Merman. He'd pair well with the other one. The Lizard Man. Counter resist, max powered attack, flank attack, pretty good. Formation, helmet split, also kind of good. Vampire attack, attack debuff, multi-ailment, man boost. What's our Lancers looking like? Got a lot of ladies in here. Lizardman's actually popping off just because Rain has man boost 20. We also have nature boost 10 here. So, like, this is a really strong squad by default. So I could go for this man right here. Don't think I'd want to pay for another type of medallion. This guy costs 2, this guy costs 3. That gives speed formation. Insufficient Arcana, I guess that's... Oh wait, Arcana are the cards. So we could go for this guy right here. Ambush Alert's kind of nice. He just kills himself though. But it gives speed formation. Also, I don't really play with Hawk Knight. So yeah, let's go for that. I'm burning through a lot of my Arcana cards here, but it's fine. I'm getting really strong units to decimate the battlefield. Also, it's kind of shirtless. Yes, and that little thing there is going to stay, because of course it will. So I could see some benefit in going for a Dryad. I'm not really seeing much benefit in these ones right here. We cannot afford a Temperance one, so we've used all of our resources. Maybe just pay for a Shield Trooper at this point. Just spend 1 token for a Squad Feeler. It doesn't do anything except give 2% defense. I mean, just +2 defense stat. I could put Poison Blast on him. I think it won't do anything. So yeah, sometimes there's a question of like, why even hire this guy? And kind of respect that question. Enough to acknowledge it, but not enough to actually make any discernible action based off of it. We can switch over to Lala. I don't want her accidentally getting wrong types of thoughts of following the Horus Star, so there's that. And these guys will, not Leader Link. Oh yeah, Leader Links are in this game because of course they are. I probably should have been hiring more of these guys. Oh well. Can't put these guys onto divisions already deployed, so there's that. Now, the question is it worth fighting on Rebel? I'm gonna say a pretty brave answer. I'm gonna say no. It's not actually that brave an answer. Reason why I'm against fighting on Rebel, and I think it's worth pulling back your guys despite the fact that it costs 2 turns in order to take them back and redeploy them. The reason I'm against fighting on Rebel is it gives 200 wall to the enemy. Yeah, there's a little wall stat here on the buildings. Additional to the whole strong and weak effect. What wall does is it gives a defense bonus. It's not too noticeable, and it's really not that strong. It falls off rather quickly. But having 200 to none, how it works is like it gives enemies additional defense based off of the square root of it. So I'm not that good at math. I haven't touched it in a good while of years, but let's just clear all. Square root of 200. Square root of 200. 200 square root is 14. It's 14 extra defense, essentially. And we don't have any to begin with. So normally, we have square root of 50, which is 7. So basically, fighting on Rebel gives them 14 defense, while if we fight on normal terrain, it gives 7 bonus to each. And then, like, this one gives us 10 defense to their 7 or something like that, so... Again, it's not really that big of a deal. But maybe it's noticeable. I'm gonna say it's worth putting beginner crap on these guys. I'd say generally I'm pro beginner crap. Like, yeah, it takes a lot to try to pay off, but... What, you're gonna spend it building, more magic circles or something? Yeah, and training facilities are how you earn XP at the start of the turn. They give an abysmal rate, really. But it's something in case you want it. For this one, I'd probably replace my divisions. So I'm paying 85 mana a turn in order to get 1 loyalty on Bolt Lancer, because it's just going to die immediately. So I'd say it's probably not worth it, especially considering I can get my Spear of Bamboo We're Cornered bonuses immediately if I do it this way. So I'm going to move my 0 HP squad. You can also change the name of the squads if you want. So for instance, my 5th squad's name is 4th Squad. They're both named 4th Squad for some reason. 3rd Squad. But yeah, if I want, I can change the name of stuff. Yeah, units don't heal if they're in combat, otherwise they heal 20 base. Little Whisper's really strong, Sap Squad 12. Along with Theophrad Squad Boost 15. Action Boost doesn't do anything for encounter battles in this game. So Theophrad's not nearly as strong as you might think. I think I'll be putting both these divisions in play. And now we save after in order to lock ourselves into this, and now we can try to beat up Hammond's division. Hammond is a destroyer type with human formation, with human boost, command human, attack formation, so he might be pretty good. I'm kind of scared about the Nomad giving a big boost to the siege troopers, but we can see if it's all that it's chalked up to be. You can also do encounter battles by clicking this small one here. That gives an encounter battle to this one afterwards. There's no way of clearing up a floor of enemies, at least not that I'm aware of. As you can see, there's also Wall Breaker. So I guess a little bit of Wall Breaker can be useful in order to negate the 7 defense. Because getting it to 0 is kind of a big deal. But the walls are really not as good, so the whole Wall Breaker 75 is actually kind of Wall Breaker 25 skill. That's useless after the first one. Like, which one? Who has the Wall Breaker here? Wall Breaker 40. Wall Breaker 50. 90 Wall Breaker. Yeah, I guess that does a bit. Lowers my defense by like 10. Well, no, not even 10. Yeah, maybe 10. I'm kind of confident in the skills of my squad. Let's just do barrier effect and a little extra defense. That's interesting. I was kind of not expecting that, because I was expecting forward guard to do a good job there. As you can see, the early game is incredibly easy on normal difficulty. So there's that. This is a lot like Hollow in that respect. The only one that has a difficult early game would be Frontier, and that's mainly just because Tirka is absolutely cracked, as well as the Gale Riders. That was a defeat because they had more total HP at the end of it. Defeats only 4th squad. 1st squad. Yeah, defeats really aren't that bad. Let's go hire a new unit for Lucretia. Lucretia would probably want another caster. I could hire good units, or I can hire bad units. I can hire bad units. It's definitely a choice here. Behold, a terrible unit that does nothing really except really doesn't do anything. It's just an extra body. But for casters, an extra body that attacks might actually just be good enough. That career kobold's kind of cool. Loads of bounty hunt, so like, yeah, but she's so expensive. She costs a 2,000 one. Like, this one attacks. It also has sap squad and squad boost, so like, this one's really good. Problem with it is it costs a lot. So I think I'll just accept the early, the cheap and early attacker. I'll only spend one card and one slot on the progenitor, but gives me someone to attack with. So there's that. I think there is some merit to doing that. Mainly just because it gives you someone that you can fill the ranks with. Let's see, any cool items. We got a Flame Burge, which is a two-handed weapon that gives parry as well as helmet split. See, that'd be good. Might even allow my defense squad in order to, let's see, this one has forward guard. Does this guy have forward guard? No, he doesn't. Interesting. I could probably optimize it. Use this guy as bait, sheath forward guards. Like, the skeleton isn't too bad, but let's do something like this. Yeah, so basically what you need to know is that Wall Builder is a pretty useless skill. Well, it's only useful if you're fighting in passageways, and only like the first 50 is useful. So don't be tempted by any skill or title that says like Wall Builder 300, because I hate to break it to you, but 300 wall is only 15 defense. It's 17. But that's only if you have no wall to begin with. And in Hollow, you get a lot of wall from your attack. You get like 5 per level, and you have like 50 levels. So you immediately have that. And you want to know what the square root of 550 is? It's 23. You want to know what the square root of 300 is? Let's say that it's the base. Well, it's 17. So you're only getting like 10 additional defense formation for picking the title that has 300 Wall Builder. What I'm saying is Wall Builder is a useless skill. Don't pick it. It's really not good. Instead, you should pick the skill that gives like Hardy Physique, because Hardy Physique, if you get that sucker up to 80 or 90, I think it isn't allowed to go up to 90, although I'm not entirely sure. But if you get that sucker up to 80, let's say, that's times 5 damage that you're allowed to take. So, essentially, Wall Builder, useless. Slayer defense is alright. Defense formation, I guess, is okay sometimes. It feels like it does a lot. At least in the other games. Oh, we have defense formation 40 here. That's mainly off of Lala, though. This is 22. Heck, I guess 7. But, yeah, go for Slayer defense and Hardy Physique. That's my TED Talk. We're gonna get combat there. We're also probably gonna get a combat here. Now the question is, can Lala beat the combat up on her own? It depends on what the enemy is. The Templar one has a Sork, which will do end of turn damage. So Lala's probably can't handle that. I could fight on that terrain. Let's actually go. Let's go. Actually, I can place back a treasury here. And I can deploy these two divisions. Have it on 2, that way both of them engage. And then I can... this guy's probably going to retreat, I'd say. So I actually don't need to keep a division here. Question is, which division do I want to call back? I want to call back my caster division, maybe? Actually, I'm kind of interested in seeing what that one offers. And then let's suck back these guys, that way I can do a combat. These guys have 23, so I can bring them back into the fold. It'll be fine, trust me. Bounty Hunter 3, Bounty Hunter, so really just Strat Hinder versus crit boost. I still think crit on Goblin might be better. None. Well, 1 damage. Loads of ore. That's going to boost our economy. That guy retreats. Crusaders go up. Crusaders will hit a stone wall and get blown up. Very cool. Overall, I'd say it's a good day. We got all right divisions. I'd say it's now time to bring back that division. We have almost our spawns sorted out. Do I have any bladers? No. We're gonna just keep it on this, so any mistakes we make will be permanent, because it isn't even fun to reload and get sent back to the beginning, so why not just ignore that? So we could go for another guy in this division, but then we'd skip out on the work cornered. Probably want to switch it back to Nocturne Blade so they don't get weird ideas. Yeah, you need to switch up the leader every once in a while, otherwise your guys end up getting weird ideas of... Because there's only one leader link that you can do. And you can undo that by snorting amnesia, but that's a lot of money. And that only does the ones deployed on the map. I don't know why you'd use Angry Light. I have no idea what Angry Light is used for. Room repair, yeah. With all allies stationed by 50%, that could be useful in order to situationally save money. Also, if you lose a room, you kind of lose the position because you don't want to fight without your room boosts. So I understand that. Training cast, it's expensive, doesn't do much. Really only sets your guy up to, I'd say level 4. Yeah, it sets your guy to level 4. Not too useful. I'd say skip out on this one. Elixir is good. It heals your guys. Book's not quite as good as Elixir. There's probably some periods that you could benefit from it, but I'm gonna say it's not as good. Period. They're attacking with 2. What if we place a division here? This one has... We're cornered 15. This one has... We're cornered 12. Let's go spawn... We want to spawn a blade type. Let's say sure. This dragon, aside from having kind of impressive stats, kind of stinky. It's a beast type. But I think Manticore is just better. Yeah, Manticore is just better. Both cost 4 to heal, so same amount of cost. Manticore has lower growth stats, which means like new game plus 400. He's going to be lower level. And maybe on new game plus 4, you can't equip him with as cool of titles. So maybe he'll have slightly worse stats, but considering the fact that they have different types and slayers, I'd say more types is generally a bad thing because of all the slayer stuff. He has slayer defense to make up for it. Like, he has good skills. Well, some good skills. Fire Blast, sure, it's into turn stuff. Questionable how useful. Added attack, yeah, that's useful half the time. Poison attack, maybe there's some situation where that could be alright. It's not good versus poison undead or anyone that has any casters on their team, but you know, if you face a team of all insect flyers, maybe it does a little extra damage. Helmet split, that one's a good one. It's a low value, but you can easily get that sucker up to... Yeah, you only need 10 from his title. Because you can get 25 easily from the claw and 20 easily from the saddle. So, Wall Breaker's useless, as we've discussed. Hardy Physique 25. Hey, it's 25% damage reduction. That's pretty alright. Hey, it's 30% less immediate dying. That's pretty alright. Spell Barrier. You know, that's actually kind of nice. And that's for skills that we'd want on this sucker. You could go for flank attack. You could go for crit. We could go for Slay Nighttime and a little extra treasure hunt. Yeah, this is the thing with the way that they do skills in this. Like, you have Prince, which slays women and gives you no attack, and it gives Treasure Hunt 6. Maybe it's better than Glorious, which gives Slay Demon and 4 attack? I doubt it. I mean, almost a lot of the enemies are demons. If they're not a demon, they're either a mech or a human. Maybe you could make an exception for the Divine or Insect. But yeah, really only versus mechs would be the difference, but Prince is just a bad skill. Same with this, Desire Sensor. No stats, penalizes you heavily for just 2 extra treasure hunt. It's also a 200 one, so good luck ever recovering that from your bank account. But you have one down here called like a Scale Bearer. I think it's like maybe a 4,000 or 8,000 one. I don't know. It's a lot better than Treasure Hunt 8. It gives you speed, gives you wisdom, gives you slay water, and gives you Treasure Hunt 10, I think. And then there's one that gives 12, which is greedy. It's definitely a weird system that they have going on over here. I could give it Slay Mech for Traveler. Debatable how great it is, but look at that. That is a delicious Slayer profile. Let's go for it. Put this guy in. No, don't put him in with the Bladers yet. All he does is die immediately. No claws. You have a beast accessory. That one seems kind of cool. We're gonna get attacked twice. We're gonna have that guy defend the first one. Second one's gonna split either here or here. I'd be inclined to see what they try. Going to attack with our both squads in order to actually, let's see, this one gives treasure hunt 17, this one gives treasure hunt 38. This one has a couple of bounty hunters, but I think it's I'll value the healing more on this one. I don't know, I can't ever make up my mind. No counterattack damage? Very cool. Only some ore for that one. I think treasure hunt gets decreased if you outnumber the enemy divisions by a lot. So yeah, there actually was an argument there to not attacking with there's an economic argument to not attacking with the other one. Because not only do you get more healing, all that attacking there did is give 2 additional loyalty on all my guys up here, which is 4 guys. Not too great. But if I attacked with just this one, you get more cards. I think cards are determined off of battalion difference. There's also a slight difference in treasure hunt value. We ran out of spawns, so this is where we break out and start doing the other stuff. What we can do is we can invest in our construction rank. This increases our skills. Alternatively, what we can do is we can realize that we're incredibly low on units at the moment. I can drop a cradle somewhere. Cradles are incredibly fragile. So let's just stick them here. Out of the way. Out of sight, out of mind. What that allows you to do is get 1 more unit for each of these. Now, what would be a good unit? Probably a rain. We can go for another We're Cornered. Isn't that so cool? Takes up this one. Lethal crit. So there definitely is some merit to going for just some crit boosts. We're Cornered 10, that's good. Speed formation, that's good only if you have 4 units. So this one's 4 or more, this one's 4 or less. Then we have Pierce Attack, Woman Boost. Concern with going this is that it doesn't give her enough slayers, and it's just a little attack and speed boost. However, it gives us a body for only 2 cards, and that body is good for low body count, so I'll go for it. There's not many We're Cornered. Okay, there's Killer Bees. Which, if we have Chariot Arcana, allows us to get a We're Cornered 10. Oh yeah, you can also click the face if you want to change the mother. I'm kind of getting caught up by this whole We're Cornered thing. It seems like such a fun idea. Sentinel's a really good unit. Always will be. Piercinal is powerful. Even though she has doo-doo stats. Like, she's just a strong unit to begin with. I'd pick her over Viking most days. Definitely better than Frontier. Well, actually, I think they might have done a little better balancing this time around. So I have a Blader, we got a Samurai Princess. We got a question of whether or not we should increase our level. Let's go for it. What that unlocks is that unlocks healing fountains. So you can get a level 4 healing fountain, which will give us more HP at the end of turn. What that means is that this level 4 healing fountain, normally we're healing, what, 25? I think it's 25, yeah. We heal 25 a turn without it. And then that turn, we healed 38. So 13 extra from a level 4 healing fountain. Kind of interesting. Also kind of interesting that they decided not to attack last round. Must be wanting to heal up a little bit more. Seeing as we don't have a work cornered, I should probably spawn some archers in. A lot of archer types in this game, it seems. Also, not having some of my basic card types makes it appear like I can't hire some of the units that I can. Troop carrier is good, speed is good. Overall, I'd say Griffin's kind of a good unit. Pure, tiny target. I could go Undead Archer Squad. That could be kind of cool. There's definitely a whole lot of undead tanks in this game. Let's go for a Yuki Onna. She has Sap Squad, which stacks really well. Because stat boosters get really good. Well, saps get really good when you get to high numbers. Mainly as long as you can outpace the enemy's stats. The stat sappers are very nice. We could go for a sap squad with Virus 3 here. That's kind of debatable if that's worth it though. And I have Sap Undead here. Sap Undead is not that great. You could go for simple, boost all the stats up. Well, let's go for a Beast Hunter. Let's make her really good because we're gonna stick with her, and we might even rehire her later. Let's see, as for the other archer that we want to hire, we could go for the ghost, but the ghost won't get healed at the end of turn. We can go for our economic unit of the leprechaun. Leprechaun's kind of a fun unit. It's definitely a creative way of thinking about leprechauns. All this guy does is he has a ranged attack, and then he saves you a little bit of money. Upkeep cost. I'd say probably worth putting in a division. Just because the guy's so funny. Let's see, what are our items looking like at the moment? We got a good ranged item. Helmet split, wall breaker, longbow. Seems pretty good. We got a cool whip upgrade, which gives defense debuff instead of attack debuff. Maybe they're in on it. Another cloak. No new staffs or anything. Beast accessory. Basic armor. Probably reach the point where I don't need to spend more time buying armors. Yet I do it anyway. We got rid of the, well, the Slay Human Claw is 450. Actually, it might have always been that in the other games. Might have always been that one. But yeah, cool stuff here. Probably would put the bow on. Someone cool. Let's just get another We're Cornered. What can allow for cute fun times. There probably is a nice amount of merit to keeping it on 2. Let's deploy our spear unit here. Spear unit should result in a win. And then the spear unit, as well as the defender unit backup. Okay, yeah, spear unit wins, defender unit gets a little bit of loyalty increase, as well as cashing in on their bounty hunter. It decreases it, so we only get a battering ram for our... This is just us beating up Haman. Haman probably has to retreat. Milia shows up. Flashback of Milia. She gets angry at Haman for being a scoundrel, and now we get attacked. Defeat all units stationed at 6. Flying and healing from the surface, so that incentivizes us to go beat up enemies that are coming our way. For our call events, we'll get a new one for our secretary here. Nutritional supply chain, I think that one is our cow rain outfit. However, we do not have those types of scenes turned on. As you can see, there is loads more unit. We also have to deal with enemy forces on the surface. These ones will invade the dungeon. Kind of strong guys. That one will give them basically additional wall. That one it gives HP at the end of turn, so there's a lot of stuff going on. Now this is where getting spawn capped and not spawning every turn probably is going to bite me in the butt here. Let's go for another cradle. Just so I can at least go hire some more guys. I'd say hiring more We're Cornered is going to be kind of useful. So let's go hire some more We're Cornered. I ran out of that type of Tactica card. Actually, I don't have more We're Cornered. I can try to search for Cornered. So we got this Destroyer, we got a Blader, We're Cornered. Let's see if we can, okay. Lulu can hire a We're Cornered guy here. He only has We're Cornered 8. So it's debatable how good he is. We can probably just hire a nice cheap one here. Yeah, I could go for a Samurai to just pad the ranks. Pad my tie. Maybe I shouldn't have spent all of my resources. I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be elixir. Elixir? Maybe. Because I remember that in Hollow it was called Tactica, and in Frontier it was resources. Maybe I shouldn't have spent them all on moon medallions, because moon medallions are kind of expensive. I can go for Treasure Hunt 2. Costs additional 250 as well as a card. Like, gives them Slay Mech. Might be useful later on. And I'm actually going to go for Flank Attack as well. This guy has the potential to be really strong, so I won't cut him short. Missing out on the Chariot one, we can't really hire that. And then this guy wants 750 for his services. And he only has Work Cornered if he's the squad leader. Okay. Let's see how our formations are shaping up at the moment. We got a sword guy that we might be able to pair with the Manticore. We probably want to put the Manticore in the field. Because we have a Work Corner 15, I'm kind of inclined to take the human guy out of it. At least that way we get to preserve the Work Cornered. On that one. These archers are gonna be pretty good. We can add those back to Theo's squad, or we can try to make a new archer squad. For lancers, we could probably split up our lancers. That'd be my guess, at least. Hey, this one gives boosts. I don't know, there's some merit to the Impaler here. Although we could also just go for Knight type unit. Knight type unit gives... Wow, he's kind of weak sauce. He's pretty bad. Wow, that's pretty bad. He doesn't even have Slay Beast. Instead he has Slay Knight. He has the specialties of a horseback lancer for a low cost, yeah. But there's a lot of cost to hiring him. I need to plan out my formations. So we could probably have a men demon thing here. We can have human lady. Yeah, I can see just what we can go for. Although, I think I might go Minotaur. Counter resist, wall breaker, max power, crit boost, and pierce attack. Really strong counter attacks for an early game unit. Yeah, I think Minotaur has Work Cornered in Hollow. So I'd probably recall this to Division, and then now would be a good time to organize my Lancer divisions. I'd probably put Garrod as the leader. Put the Minotaur guy here. I could probably pay to heal up the Minotaur guy. Equal skill. We're gonna have Rain be our leader. Squad boost 8. Question is 15, so that's 60 extra stats. Versus 12 extra stats from putting these guys in. Probably not worth it, I'd say. So for the two-handed weapon, we have Slay Mech. That's kind of cool. Thing is, I think I want to utilize a whole ton of We're Cornered. Cornered. Yeah, we only have that for the basic spear type. Yeah, I can put Slay Mech on the Samurai Princess. Sure, why not? He already has poison attack, so maybe just crit boost here. Pay for a crit boost claw, sure. Missing out on the dressings for those guys. Definitely need more destroyers, I'd say. These are all spears, these are all swords, so I'm gonna spawn another destroyer with Lucretia. Frog seems like a pretty cheap destroyer. Sap Lady's pretty alright. These ones are pretty questionable, but maybe. But Slay Man, that way he has Poison Field plus Dark Blast. He's just gonna lose versus Mech, so I don't see too much merit in trying to give him Slay Mech. More Wisdom, that could be useful for his field skills, and more defense makes it so he doesn't die as fast. I'd say overall, pretty okay for the Frog. Put ambush tactics as well as debuff whip. Sure. So let's see, I can deploy a couple more divisions. I'd say I'd want to deploy I also want to heal up the Minotaur at least. I'm kind of confident in this division, so I'm going to deploy it. I'm going to retreat Theo's division, mainly just so I can fill him out with more guys. We're going to have Leprechaun be the face of it. We have target miss on this, so maybe... yeah, we want to have Cobalt in front. Can have Trooper be our bait if we want. So overall, a lot of hate should go on to the Leprechaun. That is fine. The Leprechaun is really cheap to heal up, and he has good defense for the team. Also would want to equip any items if I have any. So for that, I would put Helmet Split and Wall Breaker on Theo. Just make it so his one attack does more damage. Maybe it's worth caving and just spending a couple thousand for good rods. Want this, it gives Treasure Hunt, which will pay itself back later. Not sure if it's worth paying for it. I think it might be. It might just be the case that it's worth paying for it. I could buy a Slay Beast. Get some lethal crit. Slay Beast. New type of Slay effect, so maybe. But let's just get some good old handguns on our archers, as they do. Alright, so I got nice equipment across the board. This guy could probably just put some weed daggers with him. We deploy Theo in this room here. We have Lucretia in this one. We're probably going to retreat her once another enemy squad lands on it. We can actually deploy another squad here. And then we can save it in order to lock in our choices. And then with this we're cornered formation, we can attack their damage reduction. Sure. My guys should have juicy stats from their, Hey, we have a division effect window. Huh. That's kind of weird. Why is it so weird? Strong fire and air? I guess it's because it's daytime? Huh. I don't remember this. Let's see. Yeah, we're cornered 19, so it's pretty good. That explains that. That one's a victory, even though we did no damage to him. That's what the defender squads are going to be. That is rough. Losing our scientists there is really bad, because scientists costs stupid amounts in order to heal back up, because this game is made by a bunch of people who don't respect our, Night Elf. Yeah. Our Nocturnes. Yeah. I don't know, I really like the Nocturne. They got some nice CGs, man. So, I'm gonna ignore that. Crap, this is kind of a embarrassing situation to be in. Reason why this is an embarrassing situation to be in is, two of these guys are going to attack, so actually we could probably do something like that. That should be fine. I'm gonna pull back our Blade Ladies here. Do I pull back Lucretia? I'm gonna pull back these ones. I'm gonna pull back Lucretia. And that's just so I can get greedy coats on these suckers. Also, I guess I can go into my treasure hunt phase, where I just make this the greediest squad out there. Bring that treasure hunt sky high. Bounty hunt and bush alert, my goodness. Am I really going to spend 500 to get Bounty Hunter 1? No, I don't think I will. But hey, that brings the squad up to treasure hunt 38. That's a pretty good squad. Drop them off there. Now comes the part where I need to pay up for... Yeah. How much is that gonna be? That's a lot of cash. I'm for paying the hospital bills of the leprechaun. Kinda don't want to pay their bills. Cost 4, cost... Yeah, Scholar costs 10, which is kinda stinky. Yeah. I actually think it's not worth losing with the wolf. Mainly just because it's so expensive to get Scholar back. Ran out of spawns, that's not good. I'd say I probably want more spawns, so... Here goes another... Cradle. Let's see. I need more destroyers, and I need more bladers. What do we have in the destroyer section? Not a lot of affordable guys. I can afford her. Wide attack, max powered attack, bounty hunter, and treasure hunter. Wow. No, don't really need additional one there. Probably don't want Survivor, probably don't want High Priestess. Yeah, you see, ran out of cash money. Don't really want Crafty. I don't think I have much more, Arcana left. Like, I can't really hire a whole lot of guys that I want to hire. I can hire a dragon. It's an archer that heals, but my archer squads are kind of alright at the moment. Range attack and dragon scales is, definitely a combination of all time. Dragon boost, yeah. Target miss. Okay. Okay. It's a warrior medic, sure. Looks like a questionable hiring choice. I could go for Fairy. Sap Speed. They're really only good for just a little extra speed here and there. Halfling Hunter. That's tiny physique. Might be good. I don't know. I might have been a little eager on this. We can just get a food storeroom. Reasons to place down food storerooms are you don't need that much food later on, but I still like to earn a bit of food. Earn a bit. Earn a bit. I probably need to spend money. I can heal up a 1-cost unit. I don't have too many complaints with that. In fact, let's heal them up to full. 1-cost units are the lifeblood of my economy. They deal damage, they do good stuff. I'll only half heal these ones though, because they don't actually do anything. So yeah, I spent a load of cash there. Is it worth it? That is a question that I can't really answer. I have a fear that the Milia Corps is just going to sweep by whichever one I choose to place my mediocre division at. And the Milia Corps kind of scares me. Do these guys need combat experience? The frog will. Oh, let's just place them there and then laugh as the Milia Corps goes and crushes my squad. We can send these guys in for... Nah, they have Treasure Hunt 34. It's... I'll cave just this once. Preparing healing, preparing barrier. I want to take barrier. Division effect. Now nighttime units get a bonus. Division check. Yeah, weird. Them getting first strike off of my Loot Lake Lancer kind of was annoying. What's also annoying is that I didn't get any counterattack damage in. Resist ailments, equitable heal. Yeah, sure, buddy. No skills because I don't have skill type stuff. I can't change the combat types. Targeting there was a big deal because it allowed me to not get hit by the Crusader there. Quitter's alright. You know, pretty good. Defense squad was definitely doing a lot there. That one's fine. I'm alright and content with Lucretia not doing a whole lot there. Both of these will fight. Both. That's not great. Okay, that one's fine. Theo should destroy. Very cool. So yeah, that's one of those squads showing up. I'm gonna peel back this. Okay. Let's see. I could pay to heal up the frog again. This squad got utterly annihilated, which tanks their loyalty to the floor. So I'd recommend not doing that. I at least lost 5 there, if not more. So I'd recommend against losing your squad like that. This squad's kind of beat up. So I could leave my Lucretia here and just demolish the enemy. Oh hey, we can finally put these guys in. I don't think the work cornered is enough. Yeah, it's not enough yet, so let's just leave them in there. Let's have the front line be the one cost because we can easily afford to heal those guys up. I could heal these guys. I could also heal these guys, at least fractionally. How strong is Milia's squad? Milia's squad has a whole boatload of stats. Night boost 31, as well as human boosts 10, 11. I mean, she accounts for 15 of the night boost, so she only gets, you know, 15 extra stats from there. Command Knight, she's giving all the other guys a bunch of stats. I don't know, that seems like a mighty fearsome squad to try to defeat. I need to pay for Rain's medical bills, probably. Let's check out the item department. We got a quiver that gives ranged attack and some extra crit. That's really good on Rain. Mainly because I don't want to pay for medical bills every time. This guy benefits from Party Physique. And again, he also benefits from self-heal. The frog can benefit from... That sucks. You know? That sucks. Empress Knight, 96. Wow, that was autosave page. 95. 95. Yeah, so this is where we were before my game crashed. That seems to happen a whole lot. I was kind of proud of what my squad did. Let's see, anything that I would not be proud of my squad doing. Well, not much I can really change about it. I spent up all my money. So yeah, let's just attack with these two again, and hopefully I don't lose my Lancer to RNG. That field effect is really powerful. Light field. Ooh, getting... Okay, it didn't matter anyway, because Garrod is cracked. Lost a samurai there. But yeah, Loophole Lancer getting that slay human. Really good. Explosives instead of... I think it was Nose Ring last time. Squad should do good here. Does do good. This should do nothing except give me a victory on the square, which is plus 20 magic. Milia's squad is going to blow up most of my guys. Yep, does it right there. So I don't like this RNG as much as I did last attempts. Mainly because, oh hey. Survived. That means I didn't lose a boatload of loyalty. It's kind of cool. Still gonna pull back because it's not good to fight there. Amelia Cores took a bit of damage. I can keep Lucretia there in order to stall out. We have a dangerous dragon squad approaching. The items that I wanted to inspect earlier, we got a Flame Burge that we haven't appointed to anybody yet. I'm making use of Burnt Cornered on these squads, so probably still not going to use that for a little while longer. We got cool new whips that give Slay Nature. That's kind of cool. Slay Nature, I'm kind of cool stuff. As well as Flank. We have the explosives, which give us death. They make the unit die. Maybe situationally you'd want to do that. No, no quiver this time. Wall breaker and max power attack. But even lower defense. No, we don't kind of want the healing on that squad. We don't often get it. I'll probably just hold on to the explosives. I don't know, like, maybe a Phantom Thief could be really good with that. Formations. I'll bring these guys there. Maybe the guys over there. That should be good. Sunday best. Actually, better for the Milia combat. Shame we lost the resources, but still not terrible. Rain squad is pretty poor condition. This one's also in pretty poor condition. We're good on items. We're still calling people in. That's good. I can get any good cards. These guys really scream out too well. Let's see, it's... So I could pad out my Lancers. I probably want more Destroyers. And I also probably want more Bladers. Blades, Destroyers. I could also go for more Casters, because my Caster squads are fine. Yep, running out of Arcana here. Maybe it'd be worth getting a caster that actually does something. Because Faust just execute. Day Attuned. Kind of like Sork. Gives another sap squad, which is kind of good. For some reason, Yukiona's are an archer and not a caster. I kind of really like the sorceress unit. Yeah, the Incubus not being... It's kind of easy to confuse the Incubus and Baron. Crow Tango could be good, but a bit outside my paycheck at the moment. I should definitely aim for it though. Magmanto Lady... That doesn't seem too useful. Defense only. Sap and squad boost. Like, she gives more stat swing. And I'm all for 20-point stat swing. Let's see what we got. We got just a heal and end of turn damage. And affordability. We got 15-point stat swing. We got an attacker. We got a weak attacker. We got a weak attacker. Got a weak attacker. I'm not seeing it. Like we have 4 weak attackers. Yeah, maybe. Maybe a 20-point stat swing could work. But I don't know. Ineffective versus aqua and insects. Interesting. I don't know. I think I used up all my resources a bit too quickly. So the guy's going to retreat. The question is that one going to fight immediately, or is the dragon going to attack us? I don't have to watch out about Theo's squad getting blown up, because only one guy can move into the circle and attack. This one's a piss poor squad. This squad's really beat up, so I need to pay my medic bills. Thing is, I need to get Milia to land on the square, and I need her not to kill my guy when it happens. I think it's probably worth attacking on there. Okay, well, time to... I don't know about that. Yeah, these buttons not working is, wait, what? That's weird. That is weird. This is one janky game. The reason I was wanting to be there is to heal up my guys. I don't know if there's a way that you can... Yeah, you can't set auto casts. I'm not attacking with that guy. These guys are unfortunately stuck, so just spend 1,000 in order to make them not die as bad. I don't know. I don't think that's going to work, but we can try. I could do the end of turn recovery, try to take those guys on, or I can send 2 squads to go fight these 2 squads. I'm kind of inclined to do the 2 fight these guys squads, and then maybe I can do that later. Although if Milia makes her move on Theo, I want to be able to attack later. I don't think it's too big of an issue. Yeah, let's just do something like this. And have my demolishers attack that squad. Should be fine. Got speed formation on that. I think that's what we want in this guy, because wide attack's not too useful. We aren't going to deal with self-destruct. I think speed still is just a bit too good to give up on at the moment, for real. Then again, these are Sap Insect, Sap Woman, Sap Mech. She's mech and a woman. So actually I want to fight like this. This one's just Sap Beast. These guys will get their faces blown off by the frog. And I don't want to give up healing on this turn. So as you can see, their good squad has a lot lower stuff because, yeah. Seeing 6,000 definitely is something. Wow. Absolutely demolished. It's amazing what first strike and sapping their squads can do. I don't like that. Why would you do that? Milia, why would you do that? Oh my goodness. Why would you do that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Milia is an absolute punk. So they're gonna sweep through and just try blowing up all my crap. Let's have... Kind of really don't want them setting up down here, so... I can attack Milia with these 3. Yeah, should be fine. Actually, formation says that I can get these guys back in on the deal. Mech boost 12. Actually, I think now's a good time to switch over to Nocturne Scholar. You can have Frog Cheap in the front. We can have Nocturne Scholar here. Let's check our ranged items. Nothing new under that department. We just have some cheap whips. We have plate armor, which gives us Slayer defense. And self-destruct wall. I'm gonna skip up that in order to just save a little bit of money. Because I'll save money by not dying as quickly. Hardy Physique plus 5 is pretty nice. And this gives us our allows our frog to equip the self-heal one, which is an improvement. And now that we're no longer utilizing Slayer defense, we can go for the 5 helmet split. Let's put it on this guy. Because the Flame Burge helmet split's more useful when you have more of it. And who knows, maybe the parry might work. Got everyone equipped. Or just about. We can put War Cornered on her with that one. We don't have any daggers on these guys, but that's just because daggers are kind of worthless until you get a slay skill. Or like poison. But yeah, those are not going to be too useful. We can save once more. Mechanical Heart as our first event. This is just going to be Theofrad looking at the data. I don't know. I don't know what happens there. Oh yeah, Theofrad looks at the data and establishes a working heart there. I think I'm just going to leave 2 there. I sure hope I don't regret this. We're saving a whole ton in order to make our mistakes permanent. Now we can attack Milia with our big defensive squad. We're going to go with the 4-man there. And that should work. Actually, what if we go... place a division there, just in case. $34. That's fine. We have Treasure Hunt 14 here. So, absolutely dogging Milia here should be good. Theofrad! And we actually brought some divisions over, so what we can do is we can lower their speed. You can only activate 1 tactical skill per combat, so we can nuke her, we can get a barrier and increase our defense, or most likely, what type of saps are they using? Sap Undead, Sap Demon. Ah, that's why all these guys are kind of doo-doo. They have so much defense formation, they're still tanky as all balls. This will lower their defense and allow me to get some juicy strikes on them. Counteract playing big here. Yeah, there's little backdrops on the units in this one. I don't really enjoy it, especially because it chops off so quickly. Ooh, wow. A defeat there. That's new. I don't like that one either. And there we go. I don't like this because I'm only earning food. Oh, I guess, oh no, that was... Yeah, so... I need to clear these divisions in order to, Lucretia's ambitions. Finally! This is Lucretia's 3, which is 20 minutes. We can, get either Law or a bunch of affection here. Because Lucretia is a nice lady. I've already gotten the CG, so we'll leave her be. I'd really like these guys to piss off. I'd also like to destroy this squad up here, if I could. I'd like a lot of things. I must be a very greedy man. Gotta be the case, right? Anyway, we can deploy our... See, this is a bunch of ladies. This squad is healing up nicely. Sap squad, sap fire. That should work versus them. They just have sap demon 16. Sure, this is all demon, but we have man boost 20 to counter out that. This one has sap flying, a boatload. This one has just a bunch of defense, and then this squad is a bunch of noobs. 7, 6, 7, yeah. But should work like this. That guy will focus on trying to blow up our tanks. This first Lancer squad should be able to take them out, and then we'll have our Demolisher squad shooting on the sidelines. So you know there's a bit of cool theory going on. Huh. So I like it. I'm still getting kind of cool squad playing, but it's not nearly as painful as one cost units only. Conquered floor can now be modified. So now I can place a division here. Let's just go for our tank division, probably. Any cool items with that we got? I wasn't paying attention. I think it was, I was gonna say it was a whip, but... We have chainmail. And, cool robes. I'm actually gonna go cool robes. Because division heals kinda could be cool. I gotta go treasure hunt. Treasure hunt 14, treasure hunt 3, treasure hunt 38. Let's go treasure hunt on these guys. We'll have our casters be our treasure hunt one. I have good treasure hunt on this squad, and that's... Yeah, that's because Rider and Lancer give good treasure. Treasure, that is what you are. Then we have counter resist. Wow. I'd much rather just have Hardy 4. At this point, I'd rather you just do that, you know? Yeah, we can drop a magic circle. 5 magic circles is good. That's 10 for every win. I think we drop a garter here, and we should be able to just sustain. I don't want to pay the fee for pulling these back, although I would like Lucretia's bounty hunter. I think the fee shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, fee shouldn't be that bad. At least I think that's... I guess replenish resources is only an after combat thing. Treasure hunt 40 though. And we can increase that a little more by putting the crit cloak on Lucretia instead. Crit boost and speed. Well, now that I say it, maybe the key is that you want to put that on like a sword. Just pay for the 6 treasure hunt. I don't think it's worth. I think I'd much rather get my construction rate improved. We had healing fountains last time. We still have repair floors. We've unlocked command core and I think maybe ether core? Command room ether core? I don't know. It's going to make next healing fountains do more, which is nice. I think now what we do is we just hit them with Lucretia and could go Blader Squad. Blader Squad costs a lot of resources to send in. They also have plenty of treasure hunt on their own. Level 8, level 7, and 8, and 6. Let's heal those guys up. Level 10. I don't think these guys can win on their own, so I need to call in support from another squad. This one has 3 units that I can rehire. This one has 3 units that I can rehire. Yeah, not sure. Let's bring the AoE guys. They might do a little better. Healing Rhapsody, not really something I want to cast. Yeah. Oh, I forget how titles work. I don't know if... well, I mean, I forget how spell unlocks work. By forget, I mean I never investigated into how they actually work. Now we could just idle champions for the next little while, because the economy in these types of games is kind of broken. I'll show you what I mean. So we idle here, they attack, we win this battle, even though we lose the battle. We consume 500 resources, but we get 10 more magic. That's not sustainable on the food. That's good magic and gold growth. Now I can just sit here and continue doing that. Or I guess I should probably be reasonable and just attack them now. Sure. Let's attack them now. And then when the new one starts, we'll be able to get more card types. Huh? Why are these guys getting sapped? Oh wait, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, Lucretia didn't unlock any skills, dude. Nope. Sorry, I got confused over something really simple. I forgot that I'm attacking with Lucretia for her sap squad, and then I have a secondary squad that's doing damage. Hey! Treasure Hunt turning out good. We got High Priestess and Wheel of Fortune. Those are good cards. And the Bright Gun's not too bad. That's something that we can just chuck on someone. And that is the first chapter done. Yippee. Chapter rating S for some reason. Let's see. Milia's going to attack us. We fight with the embryo. Everything is good. She gets pissed off, but she pauses for a little bit. They fire a big dragon cannon that blows up the ley line as we're taking off. And then Milia's just like, you punk. We were trying to blow up the stuff. Oh, we head back to evacuate the citizens. This is Philo. She's introduced in the game. I kind of don't like her introduction. I think it was fine without it, but then again, I didn't play it. Oh, hey, we have a new battle here. This is... It does this sometimes. We got Duel with the Warp Beasts. We can do this one. Sure, why not? Warp Beasts are going to be a reoccurring enemy. As you can see, I guess they slay water and dragon, and we just have a boatload of them. This is going to be a very painful enemy to fight. A lot of acid blast and ailment types. So let's see if we don't get hard stuck here. Should be able to handle it fine. Let's see, what skills can we make use out of? Full new items. We have claws that give lethal crit. And Slayer defense. Ooh, that's really good on that guy. And the Bright Gun is actually really good. It gives Slay Demon and Undead. So I could put that on Theo. Just make Theo an absolute monster. I'll put it on her. Now, I got a load of cash from that victory, so I can spend it on some accounting books. If I really wanted. I could also spend it on bandit coats, if I wanted. To a lesser extent. I could even go for 6. This is probably a bit more effective for my war fund. Just to increase the bounty hunter. I think bounty hunt. It's not guaranteed with a higher bounty level. Higher bounty hunter levels, but I'm still pretty sure it's worth getting them. Like 1's almost always guaranteed as long as you kill a unit in the division. I think 2 is also pretty often. I don't know how they do the value. I'll go research it more when I'll actually get around to making my own game. But I think that this definitely has a lot of. It's definitely a nice, good piece of work. This game. I think that this system can be adapted. So I'm going to take this one mainly because it has treasure hunt with it and it's got good stats. Now it's got rainbow venom on the leader as well as a boatload of evade. That makes me not want to take my archer squad. So even though my archer squad slays flying, they're gonna get stuck on the 70 evade guy. And for some reason I can't get the overlay bonus disappeared. You guys have massive speed. That is also so weird. Look at that. So speed's green in the stat block. Because, you know, that's speed. That's how the cards work. But over here in the enemy, I guess, forge blocks. I don't know. Speed is the blue color, and then green is wisdom. It's kind of weird. Sorry, just calling attention weird stuff. I think it's still worth taking our squad here. I think Sap's squad is going to make it so it's not too big a worry. And for the last one, I could go for Frog because it has Sap Insect 8. These are archers. Archers are good versus lancers, so I shouldn't get absolutely demolished here. At least that's my hope. They ambush me. Right now it's lightning affinity. These guys are lightning affinity. Okay. That's kind of stinky. They get a stat swing because of it. And a water affinity. I don't think I have too many water guys here. Healing Rhapsody is bad. Increase wisdom and force. Reduce their speed. Yeah, sure. Theo on the second one, I'd recommend not targeting their leader because their leader is going to evade all of your attacks. Oh no, I need to go to the options. So for the main one, we have a bunch of range attackers. And then our main guys can, yeah, they can target that. And then for our destroyer guys, if we target that one like that.
Silence of Hermit!
Yep, that's what I was kind of afraid of. Rainbow Venom is being an absolute punk. Okay, let's see. Middle one's cleared out. Can have these guys take them out. These guys can take those guys out. These guys can take these guys out. Probably could have deployed Barrier with Lala there in order to save a little bit on funding, so I don't get my guys as injured. Cool items to get. Morningstar is an alright piece of equipment. And look, we got it back. Little UI error. The coming threat. I am the coming threat. I'm just kidding, this is the all-age one, but... We have Milia, Lulu, Mysterious Guy, you can see his face now. Having a flashback for some reason. And this is our choice one. You can go for Food Supply, I think, is Law, and City Patrol is Chaos for some reason. Let's go for the Law, because I'm probably going to go for Titty ending. I haven't seen the Titty ending, but let's go for the Titty ending. That's the name of... That's her name. It's normal and perfectly good. Alright, look at this. We got Milia. Yippee. Formation. We can go to our commanders, and as you can see, Milia is a blader. She commands knights and whatnot, so... Hey, pretty cool to finally get access to that. Facing a bunch of warp beasts, it seems, but that should be it for today. As you can see, this is just a good old-fashioned, nothing wrong here. Just doing a bit of stem cell research. Don't we have... Yeah, system here. We can change that back to yes. And we skip only read only. Yep, very cool. That'll be it for today. Kind of long. Kind of cut in. I probably will get some rest soon, but... I don't know, I think that turned out a bit better than I was expecting. Kind of fun. I see the challenge and benefit. I see the challenge. I'm doing it on normal. That's just mainly just because I'm a punk baby. Because there is a large difference with hard and normal in this game. Because hard, that way the enemies are sad. They get like plus 20 levels and a whole lot of items. That makes the enemies at the end a lot harder to beat because they have items, and even if those items aren't necessarily the best on them, 10 extra hardy physique is going to like double the boss's effective HP. Okay, maybe not that bad, but still. It's definitely makes Hollow a whole lot harder. And makes Frontier absolutely miserable. Because Frontier is kind of a hard game on its own. But enough about me talking about the difficulty. It was a pretty good game. Big fan of Gaia. Well, just kind of like the way that the game works. As you can see, we are right here on Chapter 2, the Evergreen Siblings. We're just fighting off some warp beasts. Then we'll go pick our guys. And then we have the option of Chaos and Law. I think I'm going to go Law. There is some bonus if you pick, if you have enough Law and Chaos. Like if you have enough combined total, then you can get some bonus content. I didn't get that bonus content because my first playthrough with Law, I went max out affection on everyone. And then I still had enough to get the true ending. Well, one of the endings. It was kind of sad. It's definitely bittersweet, the story. And if you pick Chaos, the story's just bitter, so I'd recommend it. Hopefully you enjoyed this whole session. I don't know. Give me 3 years, and I might edit this into a trimmed down video. Probably should stop that. Peace, and